Well, she has no regrets. That's what National Security Advisor Susan Rice now says about the talking points she delivered on 5 different Sunday morning talk shows right after the Benghazi attack. Here's what she said in September of 2012.
Information, the best information and the best assessment we have today is that, in fact, this was not a pre-planned, premeditated attack. That what happened initially was that it was a spontaneous reaction to what had just transpired in Cairo as a consequence of the video, that people gathered outside the embassy, and then it grew very violent. Those with extremist ties joined the fray and came with heavy weapons, which unfortunately are quite common in post-revolutionary Libya, and that then spun out of control. But we don't see at this point signs that this was a coordinated, planned, premeditated attack.
And now, after more than a year of fierce criticism, Rice still standing by her remarks.
Do you have any regrets?
David, no. Because what I said to you that morning and what I did in every day since was to share the best information that we had at the time. The information I provided, which I explained to you, was what we had at the moment. It could change. I commented that this was based on what we knew on that morning, was provided to me and my colleagues, and indeed to Congress, by the intelligence community. And that's been well validated in many different ways since.
Congressman Trey Gowdy joins us. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
Very well. Ambassador Rice, now National Security Advisor, of course, says that was the best information available when she went on those talk shows in September of 2012. Is that true?
No, there is no evidence to support that false narrative of a video, not a scintilla of evidence. All of the evidence pointed exactly to what she claimed it wasn't, a pre-planned, coordinated attack. So she was fabulously wrong when she said it the first time, and stunningly arrogant in her refusal to express any regret for lying to our fellow citizens.
So what happens? Nothing, right? I mean, that's it.
Well, there are a couple of things that I hope can happen. I would love the chance to ask follow-up questions of Susan Rice, because David Gregory apparently did not avail himself of that opportunity. Greta, I just listened to the clip. I get tougher questions in the Bojangles drive-thru than he asked her. There's no regret about lying to your fellow citizens. No regret about the fact that in 18 months not a single solitary person's been brought to justice. No regret for misleading the families and the loved ones of those 4 murdered Americans. I can certainly help her if she is struggling to come up with an area of regret. Who did she talk to before she went on the Sunday talk shows? Did she call Hillary Clinton? Did she call Gregory Hicks in Libya? Did she do any due diligence at all?
Why do you think that she said that on that day? I mean, she says it was the best information. You say that that's not true. What was the motive? I still don't get the motive for coming up with the silly video story. What was the point of that one?
Well, I think the most plausible explanation is we can either tell the truth, which undercuts the narrative that the president's been engaged in during the campaign. Remember, we were in the midst of a campaign. Al-Qaeda's on the run and Osama bin Laden is dead. Well, apparently Al-Qaeda was not on the run. They were at the front door of our facility in Benghazi getting ready to kill our ambassador and burn it down. So she can either tell the truth or she can blame it on a video for which there was no evidence whatsoever, and she opted to protect her career and parrot the talking points that were provided her by the White House.
You know what I regret is that, and this is what I would like to do, is I believe that in Washington, when you don't want to say something, you just stamp it classified, and then nobody gets to see it for 10, 20, 30, 50 years, whatever. I would like a really, fair analysis about whether documents associated with this in the possession of the administration should be classified, or whether the American people ought to be able to see them. I think there's a gross overclassification in this country, and I would bet that a lot of those documents would give us a lot of straight information on what went down.
Well, you're right. A lot of the classified documents are classified to protect political careers, not to protect national interests. But I think it also bears on another point. There are 4 committees that have been looking into this for 18 months. And to my knowledge, not a single one has had the opportunity to ask the follow-up questions that David Gregory failed to ask on Sunday. It may be time to put our efforts together with a select committee with subpoena power, because as you know, I can't subpoena anyone. I can't subpoena the greeter at Walmart. I have no subpoena power. The committee chairman and the speaker do. And I'm about ready to ask Ms. Rice some questions under oath, not David Gregory type questions about what's your favorite color, but real serious questions about why you had so little intellectual curiosity as to question the talking points that you were asked to parrot. Did you ask anybody to prove to you that this was a video? Or did you just go out and parrot it?
Well, if the speaker does and the chairman does issue a subpoena, make sure it also includes one for documents and try to get all those documents that are now classified, because I think that they will either corroborate or make somebody out to be, telling even bigger fibs. But anyway, Congressman, always nice to see you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.